from the chair of the RNC, Reince Priebus. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Chairman. Let's start out with a reality check. July 2014, you and your committee picked Cleveland, picked the Quicken Loans Arena. Did you have any idea that Donald Trump would be the nominee?
No, I didn't, but actually I think he gives us a great opportunity to win, and I think this place looks incredible. The stage is fantastic, and people are really excited to be here, and the city is beautiful, and I'm excited about the week to come.
You say he gives you a great opportunity to win, and our new poll out this morning does show that he's closed the gap somewhat with Hillary Clinton. We show a 4-point race now among registered voters, but you still have those 60% of Americans who don't think he's qualified to be president. That's a killer number.
Well, Reagan had the same problem in 1979 going into 1980, and I think what it does show in reality is that he has a lot of space to grow. And I think as he pivots to the general election, picking Mike Pence, I think he's much more precise in his rhetoric and his tone and his attack. I think he's got a lot of room to grow. And
you think that 28-minute riff yesterday before introducing Mike Pence was precise?
Well, look, I think listen, I think he spent a few days and there were things going on that he didn't have a chance to respond to, and it's Donald Trump. He wants to respond. You know how he is. But I think he also knows, and I know how he is in private. I know what we talk about and what we have meetings about, and he's there. He knows the pivot is important. He has been better, and I think he's going to be great moving forward. I think Thursday night's a critical night for him, delivering a great speech, the balloon drop, and the people in this country saying, I can see Donald Trump being in the White House. I think he's presidential. And it's the same thing that happened in 1980 when the bottom fell out of Carter, when people said, Ronald Reagan can be president, I can trust him, and I see him in the White House.
So that's the bar. You think if he can bring down that qualified number, he wins?
He wins easily. I mean, people, number one, who do you want to have a beer with is a great question on the ballot. He can win that. He's likable, and people that don't know, they want to like him. He's interesting to people. He's intriguing, but they want to see that Donald Trump in the White House, and he's getting there, and he's going to pivot there. Mike Pence is a mature pick. I think it's going to help, and I also think he gets it totally.
Clearly, Mike Pence is going to help you here in the convention hall this week, but Democrats are already taking aim at him, saying he's going to hurt, especially with women. Let's take a look.
Are you willing to hold up this entire budget over defunding Planned Parenthood?
Well, of course I am. I long for the day that Roe versus Wade is sent to the ash heap of history.
You concerned at all that Mike Pence is going to hold you back with the voters you need to attract in the general election?
No, I don't think so, because I think in many cases they look at the top of the ticket. But I also think that when you lay it out to the American people in regard to Planned Parenthood and late-term abortion and a lot of the craziness that went on with selling fetal parts and all those sort of disgusting things, people get that
there was never any proof of selling fetal parts.
Okay, I'm not going to go down that road with you, but the point is that even if we don't discuss that part, most Americans agree that federal money, their tax money, shouldn't be used to help pay for abortions. And so that piece alone is something that the American people are with us on. As far as whether Planned Parenthood, provides, contraceptives or things like that, that's something that gets in the middle. But I think you focus in on that, I think most Americans are with us. But they also look to the top of the ticket on those.
You still got some never-Trump delegates agitating in this convention. Shut them down pretty effectively in the committees on Friday. But many are saying they're going to look for ways to spring a surprise on the convention floor, maybe force a roll call that will delay the whole proceedings. How worried are you about that?
Well, I mean, if they want to delay the proceedings, all they're doing is delaying the evening and helping Hillary Clinton. I mean, there is no candidate. To those people, who's your VP? What money are you raising? What is your goal other than to distract and cause problems? Look,
you sound pretty irritated by that.
No, because we worked together to get a really good deal together, and at the last second, it just didn't happen, and so they didn't have the votes. And I'm sorry, but they don't like the idea that 14 million people in grassroots pick someone that they didn't want to support. Well, it's a binary choice. It's Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton, and Hillary Clinton's going to give us 2 more Sonia Sotomayors. She's not going to sign a Paul Ryan budget. We're here to help save our country, and we have a binary choice, and Donald Trump's the person that's going to do it.
But you think they might be able to disrupt the proceedings?
I don't know if I don't think so. But listen, I'm not going to just shut people down, but I'm also going to make sure that our rules are followed. And I don't think they're going to be successful. I don't think there's the support there. We demonstrated that last week. We were prepared. I'm prepared for this week, and we'll be ready to go.
Compare the conventions. When you look ahead to the Democrats, they're going to have 2 presidents speak. They're going to have the sitting First Lady, the sitting Vice President. In your convention, the 2 last Republicans are not appearing. The 2 last nominees are not appearing. How much does that concern you?
It really doesn't, because, you know, I've been chairman at the last convention. We didn't have the last 2, you know, our presidents there, which is their choice, and we love them dearly. Not the same thing happened in St. Paul. You know, I think that the reality is that there's a shift in mood in this country that's very anti-Washington. The movement on both parties was Bernie Sanders and Donald Trump. We ended up picking the movement candidate. They didn't pick the movement candidate. And I just have a feeling like surrounding Hillary Clinton with all of these sort of politicians and political fixtures, I don't know what that gets her. I think that, you know, there's a real choice here. And a play that's being made in both conventions, and we'll find out who made the right choice. I think we will.
This is Donald Trump's convention. Are you expecting more surprises this week?
You know, there'll be a few surprises, and I think it's going to be a little bit different. I don't think it's going to be as much back-to-back, you know, 4 minutes from every politician in America, but there's going to be some of that, and there'll be some fun as well.
And then go out on a limb right now. How much of a bounce do you get?
I just want a bounce. I don't want to predict how big, but I think Thursday night, Donald Trump on the stage delivering a great speech is going to go a long way for Donald Trump in pivoting to the general.
Mr. Chairman, thanks for joining us.